Hi, everybody. Coming to you, it's just about 11:30 on this Tuesday morning. And although we have some hot days coming up, especially this Thursday, I want to show you the overall pattern of this upper level high, also called a heat dome, dropping south and moving east over the next week, and the change in weather that is going to bring us in terms of getting back to some more comfortable, more typical Northwest temperatures. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill coming to you from the Portland, Oregon, Vancouver, Washington area. And that's what this first graphic illustrates. So today on this Tuesday, here's the upper level high, which has pretty much been the heat dome across much of the West. It's over Nevada and Utah and parts of Colorado. There's a separate ridge in the upper flow pattern that's up across Canada. And although we're comfortable today with 83 expected in Portland, we have some hot weather coming up tomorrow, Thursday, and then starting to cool back down on Friday. But what I want to show you, here's the position today, upper level ridging to our north. All of this is going to help build some heat the next couple of days. But by Sunday, the upper level ridge to our north, right in here where my cursor is now north of the Dakotas, clearly shifting to the east. The heat dome that is over Nevada and Utah on this Tuesday by Sunday is over New Mexico and Texas, clearly dropping south and east. And then Wednesday of next week, look at that upper level high all the way over Texas and even Oklahoma. And in fact, on Wednesday, August 14th, Wednesday of next week, you can see there's some troughing where you see the upper level contours, the 18,000 feet kind of dipping right here. More signs of cooler weather from the Pacific being allowed to come in as the upper level ridge shifts off to the east and stays well to our east for a number of days. So it all means heat dome moving east, cooler days ahead. Pretty exciting to bring this weather news to you. This will be good news for the crews that are battling the wildfires, obviously the cooler temperatures, the higher relative humidity, the lack of any new lightning strikes, all that's good news. Okay, before I continue, a quick shout out to the Momentous Wealth podcast. Again, the latest episode dropped about a week ago now, but there's a whole library of different investing topics meant to be educational. You can listen on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify. They're very easy. Just search Momentous Wealth Podcast and they will pop right up. Okay, let's get you to what's going on. So I mentioned it's coming up on 11:30, and clearly we're in a nice cooler pattern today. Good grief, what a beautiful day. It was clear this morning, and then sometimes this happens. You get kind of a delayed push of some low cloudiness coming in on a northwesterly flow pattern aloft. And that's what's happened today. So what was clear at 8 o'clock this morning is now kind of partly cloudy over Portland as you look at the Portland Spirit landing. But I really wanted to show you the temperatures. At 11:30, 68 in Portland. We'll be right around 70 at noon. Only 70 in Salem, 67 in Vancouver. You folks in Salem were in the low 90s yesterday. On Monday, you'll only be in the 80s today. So a very, very comfortable change in the weather pattern. Some of our cameras, we are expecting most of the beaches to have some afternoon sun developing, if not all. Here's the Garrett by the Sea camera on the left, looking at Tillamook Head, and that's still overcast. But down Depot Bay from the Channel House, you're getting some sun. Beautiful out in the gorge. Willamette Valley Vineyards south of Portland, beautiful, beautiful. It was kind of cloudy earlier this morning at 1,500 feet up at the Mount Hood, Oregon Resort and Welches, but that's cleared out. And there's the partly cloudy skies over downtown, and still overcast up in the Three Rivers Golf Course area of Kelso up in Cowlitz County. But boy, it's cleared out down at the inn at Ottercrest. A reminder, if you're like me, you may enjoy looking at these live cameras. You can find my live camera network on my weather site, portlandweather.com. We've got 18 different properties for you to check out. And it's great if you're planning to get away for the day, drive to the coast, drive to the gorge, whatever, you can check and see what the actual sky conditions look like there. Okay. Now, this is the European model I'm choosing to show you this time. And this is that air mass temperature tracking at 850 millibars or 5,000 feet. So here we are this afternoon, and where you can see the lighter colors that are more yellow, that's this cooler air where temperatures are basically matching seasonal highs today. It's about 90 out east. It'll be low 90s here in Portland. So that's pretty good. And then, as I mentioned, we've got some hotter weather coming in. Up to 90 degrees on Wednesday, and Thursday is the hottest day this week. And I'm going to stop this Thursday afternoon. Weather, I think it's going to be mid 90s on Thursday, or at least low 90s. Some of the weather modeling goes as high as 97 in Portland, one of those one day crazy heat spikes. That's this Thursday. So you might want to plan your day around the afternoon heat. And sure enough, here in the northwestern corner of our state and all of Western Washington, you can see that hotter air in terms of anomaly above normal building. That's Thursday. Now, Friday will lose the edge of that heat. And then by the time we get into Saturday, Saturday to me looks a lot like today. See the more yellow, kind of pale orange colors? That's well back down to the 80s. We have a really comfortable weekend coming. Let me play this to Sunday, which to me even looks cooler. And you can see that here. Look at the blue. That's cooler air out in the Pacific on a westerly flow. We're absolutely feeding off of that. So that's exciting news. And then look at this. We'll jump to Wednesday morning of next week. Remember that panel I showed you to start? Oh my goodness gracious. This is cool maritime air spreading all the way across California, much of Nevada, all the way into Idaho, across Oregon and Washington. So we had I think it was an 8-day stretch, the final days of July, that were actually below normal averages. It was 8 days to wrap up July, maybe not the 31st, but in that last bit that were below normal. This could be more of an impressive cool streak than even that was. I mean, if you just look at this air mass map, you get the idea. There will be some days here where Portland only gets up into the 70s, and maybe a stretch of 5, 6, 7, 8 days where we really don't get much above 80 or 81. So that's what's coming up. I mentioned the last couple of videos that all of the outlook information, while showing August expected to be above normal temperature wise for the 31 days, that same information shows August very clearly not being as hot as July. And look at this nice little batch of cool weather that's setting up for maybe the entirety of next week. So boy, that's really my pleasure to show you. So again, it's 11:30 in the morning, so we're not anywhere near our daytime highs yet. But I'll give you, as I often do, a quick tour of what some of the state forecasts are. Down in Medford, 95 today, 99 Wednesday. There's that hotter weather coming in the next couple of days. Upper 90s Thursday. We lose the edge on Friday, same as Portland, and then holds in the low 90s into the first part of next week. I mean, it's still hot, but by Medford standards, not too shabby at all. Let me, oh, I've got my, there it is. Okay, sorry, struggling here. Oh, actually, I lost what I was going to do. Bear with me. Don't go anywhere. Let me get back to that page. Okay, here's Ben. Here's Ben. All right. 90 today, 91 tomorrow, 90 Thursday, about the same over in Central Oregon, and then 80s into the weekend. Still a lot of wildfire haze, especially today and tomorrow. Absolutely showing up in that local forecast in the Bend area. Boy, I tell you what, hold on. I'm sorry. Let me, I need to shrink my window so I have time or room to operate here. Okay. Let's go up to Seattle. 76 today, really nice. 83 tomorrow. There's the heat up Thursday, 88. And then look at the cool down Sunday, 80, 78 on Monday. That's up in Seattle. All dry weather expected. Central Oregon Bend. We did that hazy today and tomorrow, and then again, 80s into the weekend. Over at the coast, let's go down to North Bend. 60s throughout, no chance of any rain other than some mist with maybe some morning marine clouds. And then you folks in Salem, 87 today. And here's the hot weather, 97 on Thursday, but then we lose the edge, 92 Friday, and then we're in the 80s on Saturday, Sunday, and mid 80s on Monday. Now, here is my Portland 7-day forecast. 83 this afternoon on this Tuesday, pretty nice. Tomorrow, 90, maybe warmer. Thursday, 95. The hottest I could see us being is 96 in Portland on Thursday. That's a one-day crazy heat spike. But then Friday, we may not make it to 90, 89. And then the weekend looks great. Saturday, 86. Sunday, like today, 83. And then there's that cool down continuing. Monday, 79. And we could potentially be in the 70s on that following Tuesday and that following Wednesday as well. So that's that very comfortable switch of weather pattern that I started off talking about. That's your update for this Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. And don't forget about my weather site that I own and operate, portlandweather.com. And I will talk to you soon.